Hello everyone. See that? That's new. It is the Pittsburgh Modular Structure EP270, if I remember correctly. Yes, because it's 3 rows of 90 HP, which adds up to a grand total of 270 gleaming, angled, mostly vertical HP, which doesn't stand for hit points. It's horizontal placement, hole position. I'm not exactly sure. But it's 5 HP to the inch, and that is the units which are used to measure the width of Eurorack modular cases and modules. Why do I have this? Well, it's because my old setup was starting to bug me. I had 2 of these, as you'll recall, up on a riser, and that part was fine. But then I had an old Pittsburgh EP96, which was sitting down here and taking up a bunch of tabletop space, and it was just sort of, I don't know, it felt untidy, and it bothered me. So I got to thinking, and I thought, and I added, and I calculated, and I realized that this case, 270, would hold one of these plus the 996, and I'd have 6 HP left over. And I had 4 HP sitting in a box, this old Synthrotech delay that only halfway works. I thought, yeah, I could put that back in, and then I only have to get 2 HP to fill that remaining little sliver of space. So I got this Doepfer A183.9. It's a USB power distributor. It's got 4 power jacks for things that are powered by the USB bus. Smartphone, if I had one, but I'm a weirdo and I don't. I don't like Google spying on me, basically, or Apple spying on me, one or the other. They're going to spy on you with the smartphone. It's true, man. It's true. Put on your foil hat. But yeah, I don't have a smartphone, but I have several other things that run on USB power, so that was going to be real convenient. The camera that I'm using runs on USB, but there are 2. My power strip has 2, and then I counted up the number of things that run on the USB, and there are 6, so 4 more in the front would give me all I could possibly need. I think most of the time I'm only going to need 2, but nevertheless, having that in this case means that I wouldn't necessarily have to bring that power bar. I've got 4 USB power slots right there, and this is going to be my road case, and this is going to be my studio case. I'm still clinging to the hope that someday I might play synthesizers out somewhere, although where I live, people mainly just want to hear country music and classic rock cover bands, and that's about it. But maybe there will be an opportunity for some avant-garde electronica. I can expand the minds of the populace, maybe. But I had to make a lot of decisions deciding, well, what's the most important? What if I only have one suitcase, one Collier case, what would I put in it? What do I absolutely have to have if I play out somewhere? And then the rest of it went in this. I had to make some compromises, and I would be here all day if I explained that whole process to you. Now I do have plans. There's the Pico case, back again. I didn't get rid of it. It's just been sitting around. Just lazy. Procrastinate. I didn't list it on eBay. I was gonna. But I guess it's kind of, okay, I still have it. And mixology really needs to be tabletop oriented. And I can put the M11 in there too with that nice button, which would benefit from being here. And then there's 10 HP of passive modules. So I could use this case right now without even powering it up. Just so happened that they weren't needed in this patch that I have. But once I move those, which can't happen until I'm done with what I'm doing here, I'll move mixology in that, and then I'll have 32 HP to fill. And I kind of know what to do with 20. Yeah, I know what to do with 20 of that, and I have 12 left. Actually, I know what to do with 24 of that, which means I only have 8 HP to figure out what to put in it. Gotta decide what I need. Then maybe I'll be done. I know I've said that before. And I really ought to warn all of you kids out there, if you're thinking about getting into modular, it will become an obsession. And it will grow. And you won't be able to stop. So be careful. Anyway, let's listen. What's in this patch that I have going? Whoops, we aren't ready to hear that yet. Okay. I kind of ruined the punchline there. But, well, we'll get to that. Grids is in control. And, you know, the usual suspects, the quad clock, the little nerd, the Dresno. And they're triggering all this percussion, which is going straight through my homemade mixer and into one channel of the mixology. Hat is in play, but I am not using T-Kick. Kick drum sound is actually metallic noise from the Bastel Noise Square running through lower half of the LXD. Then M669 going through the top half, and Lifeform also being triggered there. Some of it by Grids, some of it by Dresno, and one of them by Little Nerd. Now Dresno is also clocking the two sequencers, which are sending their CV to Platts and the E950, both of which are passing through skis that's triggered by Dresno. And because they're getting irregular clocks that are based on the master tempo, and one of them is 8 steps and one of them is 5 steps, they're overlapping with each other in different ways, kind of like a musical moire pattern. And I punch these buttons. Was one of the reasons why I want to move the mixology, because if I punch those buttons too enthusiastically, the case will scoot across the table. Feels like it needs something. And so got my 4MS sampler mumble rapping for the verse. Oh yeah. He's not exactly busting rhymes, but he is busting something. I'm not 100% sold on that vocal performance. This feels like it needs something else, but I am not sure what. I'll leave it and mess with it some more. It might just need guitar or some kind of real instrument, in which case I'll record this and then overdub something later on the multitrack. But anyway, I wanted y'all to hear that and see the slick new thing. My Patreon patrons paid for it. So, yes, intense gratitude to them. Thanks, you guys. The link to the Patreon and also to my Bandcamp I'm going to put on the screen, and they are also in the video description. Strongly encourage you to go investigate. And basically, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.